This is Poppy. Poppy, we're bringing live and direct on the screen. Bringing live and direct on the screen. You can feel to look at any of these.
This is the most legit setup I've ever seen.
It's pretty cool. What's awesome is that we can just do this from anywhere.
Yeah,
and so
great.
we just hop up and go. I was talking to Pan about doing it up there.
Oh my God,
in the summer,
and
then you have like an angle on the door, so they come up and it's like red carpet. And I've got a little button that I press. It's like, woo, paparazzi!
You could get flames in the background.
Oh, that would be epic. I'll talk to the slush gang about getting flames.
That's so good.
Poppy, give us a little intro to you for the stream. We're gonna set this up for you nicely.
Yeah, sure. Hello.
We're going to talk to me, so it's going to be in the middle. And then
Get rid of all my crap on the table as well.
righty-ho, let's do this thing.
Yeah,
Poppy,
is that
wait,
mic
please.
good?
Yep, perfect. You can take it out and hold it if you want.
my
It makes
God.
life easier. They're all wireless.
Cool.
Poppy, Unrest, community manager. I think it's a
that's
disservice to the role itself, because it's like everyone sort of has a community manager.
Yeah.
Doing it for an accelerator, which
It's a whole
turning
different
into
game.
it's a different
It's a
beast.
whole different beast, yeah.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, sure. So I think let's first of all differentiate between, I think a normal community manager is someone who manages like a social community, someone who's online and like doing communications and marketing, all that stuff. That has absolutely nothing to do with my role. I don't do any of that.
Does Unrest have a version of that?
We have a creative exec who does a lot of our socials. Shania, shout out, she might be watching.
Yeah, you can
Love you,
shout
girl.
out whoever you like on the stream.
And yeah, so we have obviously like the creative side of the business, but that is not what me as community manager does. I am someone who's basically building the bridges between everyone who's part of the community at Unrest, and that is quite a lot of concentric circles of different people. It starts with the people who are in the building and the ones that we nurture here. That is a mix of people who have been through our accelerator, our alumni, and then also other mission-driven entrepreneurs and their teams who we allow to be in the community as well. And then our biggest partner is Uncommon Creative Studio, which is the studio that we're in right now, hence I'm joining live and direct in person. And then anyone else who, like people like you who come to our events, people who support us on the sideline. It's basically everyone who wants to connect with Unrest in some way. I manage all of those relationships and make sure everyone feels really supported and really special and like they're part of not just like some random VC or some random accelerator, but like this is a movement and we're all in it together. That's kind of the energy we're trying to
Give me some
foster.
context on Unrest.
Sure, yeah. So Unrest is, it's a VC, first of all. We are an accelerator program. So we had a flagship program in 2020. So we've been going for 5 years now. And we've had many programs throughout the years. The last one was in 2024. And we're now gearing up to raise our very first fund to be able to invest back in the companies that we have supported. So that's all very exciting. And the community lives as one of the main products of Unrest, and I think that makes it quite different to traditional VC because not a lot of VCs, some but not a lot, focus on building community and supporting founders at every stage, like not just through the accelerator. Obviously that's a huge part of what we do, but actually
But also
beyond.
the off-ramp into like you are now by yourself, but we still need an alumni. No, it's not even an alumni network. It's an alumni community in its own right? Like an ecosystem to
but like
flourish.
we need them, but they also like need us because I think one of the biggest struggles that a lot of founders face today is this lack of community, and I think some of that started in 2020 as well, when no one was meeting up in person.
Right.
Everyone was kind of on their own.
What were you doing in 2020?
grinding. I was in Melbourne.
Yeah.
In the March of 2020, I was on my gap year after uni,
No way.
and I was traveling. So I've been in the
Nice.
Philippines, and then I was in Oz, in Sydney, visiting my friend Emma, and then went to Melbourne and was supposed to go to Vietnam afterwards, but lockdown hit, and I had to get home, and I was fuming about it. So yeah, I was just at home with my parents, unemployed, not doing a lot to be honest, and then got a job at a restaurant as a waitress during the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. So I was the person giving everyone their discounts.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a long time ago now. So whilst I was doing that, Unrest was building their kind of like MVP cohort, and yeah, I joined a year ago. It's been a great year.
How do you think about maintaining community in the context of your like accelerator founders? And I'll give some context here. the word gets thrown around a lot, and it's like this like sort of almost like checkbox now that every company needs to have, or just anything needs to have. It's like we need to have a community. How do you think about like not only the events but the communication that is required, the outreach or like maintenance of a conversation and dialogue within the context of Unrest's community?
It's just building infrastructure to make people feel really supported.
Right.
That is the biggest thing that I do. It's building infrastructure, and it's building the culture as well. It's making sure that not only do people feel supported, but they are genuinely making connections that accelerate their ambitions and push them to be exactly where they need to be, or push them in a direction that they didn't even think of before. It's a lot of skill sharing that's happening in this building, which like it fills my cup up so much, just like seeing the community working in the way that it was supposed to, with actually not too much input. Because when you set it up right and you set up the right workshops and round tables and all of this stuff, I'm so fired up. It's like magic watching people, and like you've been to our events, you know, like it feels really different when everyone in the room really wants to be there and feels genuinely connected. Like people come back to our events because they make those connections, and then they're like, well, I want to catch up with that person, and it's just genuine friendship and connection and laughter and fun and silliness, and it's like it just takes away that edge of being like that hustle culture, which is such bullshit.
You think it's hard? You think it's just bullshit?
Like obviously it's amazing, like people can push, but if you like this mindset that you can do it all on your own, that I can't understand, because like humans need connection. That's like the basis of our whole existence, is being able to rely on each other and being able to support each other through hard times and push each other when you like say something that you maybe didn't want to hear, but actually a week later you're like, shit, that person was fucking right, like I didn't need to hear that. And like that, I don't know, it makes the community feel really real.
Because they're direct, they're honest about
we're really
what they're
honest. Yeah, we have a like total honest culture in the building, and I love that. And
have you fostered that? Because that's difficult.
I don't know. To be fair, I think Pan and All really set up the Accelerator in a way that's embedded that culture from the get-go. So I've kind of come in and managed to nurture it and make sure it continues throughout all the concentric circles, right? Not just the people who are in our Accelerator, but also everyone who interacts with us.
Where do you take inspiration from then? You must do you go to a lot of other events and try and be like, right, I'm going to take the best from here? Or does it just come naturally to you where you're like, I know what this experience needs to feel like when that person walks away, or when they show up at the office and they show up where we are today?
Yeah. I think I have always been quite a motherly person in my soul. Like I've always been the friend who like makes sure everyone's okay at the house party, you know, like, and I think that welcoming aspect of my personality goes quite a long way.
Clear.
Because when someone joins for the first time in the community, I want to make sure that they understand, like we have a kind of, not a set of rules, but we have like community guidelines that make sure that everyone's on the same page and everyone has respect for each other. And when it's like respect first, I think that honesty and that genuine connection comes quite easily afterwards. But I think what Pan and All did in the Accelerator was be extremely honest themselves and set that tone and set that bar, just to have like really incredible conversations about stuff that a lot of people aren't talking about, the stuff that we're talking about. And like the magazine, for example, like we're trying to amplify voices that are underrepresented and don't normally have a platform, especially in this finance VC world where, you know, 95% of the capital is going to the same sector of society. We're saying it's fucking bullshit. We're calling it what it is. And I think that sets the tone for the community, and it runs away. But it's actually
quite interesting because I said that to Pan and I was like, why? Like, how is this a venture scalable business? And he's like, well, everything else is going into software. Why didn't you try putting it behind CPG and FMCG, right? Or just consumer grade products?
Consumer gets such a bad rap.
It does,
but I
think that's because, like, if you look at like Casamigos as an example, right?
Yeah.
Like consumer product, kind of sits inside that FMCG. Well, not like more like not FMCG specifically, but it's kind of CPG space.
Yeah.
Will always exit around $1 billion to one of the inside of the ecosystem.
Yeah, big tech is
and it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same in its own regard. I was like, yeah, but they're always going to exit. It's never going to be it's never going to become a Guinness, or it's never going to become an ALB. What is the one? AB Bev.
I have no idea.
The alcohol brand that alcohol, or Heineken as an example. And he's like, but it can still scale to $1 billion plus.
Yeah, but like also it's not all about scaling to $1 billion plus. Like consumer goods and making sure that the consumers are buying ethically because they want to, and like tapping into that changes culture. Do you know what I mean? Like
you
it's
win
not
share
just...
of mind better than any other type of product, is what I
100%,
find. It's like,
yeah.
so we've got Citizens of Soil over there. Is it
Yes.
Bold Bean as well, with some like the
Bean,
marquee
yeah.
alumni? Like it's really interesting because like 2 or 3 years ago, no one knew. I'm in the middle of Spain, driving past an olive grove, and all I can think about is Citizens of Soil, right? And it's like win share of mind consistently. I show up and go on the internet, and then all I've got to do is convert.
Yeah, I know, and it's interesting you mentioned those two, because those two, one of the reasons they've smashed it is because they've built community.
Right.
Because they have fostered genuine relationships with their consumer and the people that are buying their products. Like Citizen Soil have the Olive Oil Club, which makes you feel I'm part of the Olive Oil Club. Yeah, I pay for it myself. I'm a part of it because I love it. Like this is how embedded I am in the community. Like I buy
Pays for the own products. They're part of the Accelerator.
No, but it's true. Like they have managed to create a community online and offline with their olive oil tastings where people genuinely feel like they're part of something. There was all of this news articles coming out a few years ago about how no olive oil is real anymore.
Yep.
And like all of this stuff, and Citizen Soil has tapped into that fear that like we don't know what we're consuming,
Yes.
and been like, this is exactly what this is exactly what we can provide you to consume. This is where it's from. This is our female farmers. This is an Instagram reel of Sarah, the founder of Citizen Soil, hanging out with the farmers in the groves. Like it's just like magic. Like that feeling of community, like that you're actually knowing where your product is coming from, is so powerful. I think.
What do you think you have to do to evolve community out, like from where it currently is today? Because the way that I look at it is very much like you start with these sort of like group chats and making sure that everyone's having a dialogue, and then it turns up to got to get into the group chats, and then you have events, and you have like socials, and you have people mingling with each other. And then there's this sort of off-ramp into also like retreats of bringing people together and like deeply understanding each other, or like whether that's I'm talking about in the context of the Accelerator, but like getting them all together so that like the world can't tap into them, but they're with each other. For you, where do you see it going past that or into somewhere else completely? Or am I just losing my mind?
No, you're not losing your mind. I think that's a fair point. I think it really depends on the individual community and where you think it can go. Personally, at Unrest, we're going global.
Right.
Honey, we're going global. I feel like this is a scalable product in terms of what we have in this building is so special, and I know that we could replicate
the brand side of it. It's just when it clicked and I was like Uncommon and Unrest and Unbound. You're like, oh, this is golden.
It is golden. It is golden. Our relationship with Uncommon Creative Studio is one of our biggest assets. Like it is absolutely unbelievable. And it's not just this idea that they are building the brands with us in the Accelerator. Like it goes so much further beyond that. And if you've read the magazine, you'll know in one of the articles that I wrote about Isabella Cloak, the studio experience manager, like she has fostered this environment in the studio that they just wanted it to be this like go-getting entrepreneurial energy in the building. And we've managed to create like genuine friendships between everyone, whereby they're coming to our parties, we're going to their parties, and like from a social level, but also deeper than that, like some of the seniors at Uncommon like genuinely have helped build the brands that are in the building, and those relationships are still ongoing. Like if Daisy from Loom, for example, suddenly was like had a question about brand, she knows that because she's in the building, there is 200 people in the building who are not even cool.
Oh, you just walk
downstairs and be like, oh mate, like I'm struggling with this. I'm like, we've got experts in the building on brand, like the best creative agency in London, biased, but possibly the world.
No, I would argue the world. Neil's and the team have created,
Neil's and the team are
just stacked talent.
Unbelievable, yeah. And so like I think that has also helped build what we are and how much we know who we are from the get-go, because we had such experts building what Unrest is from the start. And so it was Pan or Nat, Nils, and Lucy in like who built Unrest, and it was going to be called Kindling. It was going to be called a few things, but yeah, they landed on Unrest, and I think it just works so nicely.
Why do you know why they landed on Unrest, or should I save that for Aura?
You should probably save that for
Yeah,
Pan. Yeah, I
Pan.
don't want to butcher it.
Like you've got it, it's in your head, but you're like,
Well, it's like you know, throwing a bomb and walking away. It's like the world is so fucked up. We need people who are actually going to do something about it and not just talk about it or think about it, or you know, like we need action.
Why did you buy in?
Me personally,
Yeah.
that's such a good question. I think
I do this for a living.
yeah, I can tell. Why did I buy into it? So I started in the charity world.
Right.
So my background, I worked in women's charities, particularly Ella's, shout out, who are a charity supporting women who have been trafficked to the UK, which was very heavy and like very intense work.
Yeah, it's
but it was community work as well. So I was community manager there.
Okay.
Very different kind of community, but
Yeah,
a lot
true.
of the same.
But given the intensity, you could sort of like draw parallels.
Oh, you can draw so many parallels, yeah. So I would work with, women who were immigrants or whatever, helping them to build their own community in the UK now that they were here, which was amazing. So I've always had like a deep sense of passion and kind of like putting the world to right.
Yeah.
And I think that probably I was studying during the time, like I was in my first year of uni in 2016 when Trump got in and when we left the EU and like all
Yeah.
that stuff. So I've kind of been...
You were in your
brought up-
first year?
Yeah, 2016.
Got it.
So I was
Do you
just
remember where
studying
you were?
politics as well.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Do you remember the location you were in?
I was in my first year room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in my first year room because it was in America, right? So I woke up in my first year room and saw the Trump had gotten in and I literally cried. It's just so dramatic. But now I'm like, fair enough, young poppy. That's fair enough. It was shit.
absolutely
It was
brilliant.
shit. Still is.
I was on my way to a sneaker launch in London, and we'd got up at like 3 a.m., like 2:30 a.m. to get the first train.
Oh my god, I love
And we
that.
just walked past
That's
the pub
so
at
2016
uni.
that you were going to get
yeah.
sneakers.
Yeah, it was hypebeast. I got to have on
Hypebeast.
George from Soul Supplier a couple of weeks
Stop.
ago.
Oh my god, that's so
And
sad.
he had no idea that I used to use the site to get sneakers.
Such a full circle move.
Phenomenally full
That's
circle.
so good. Yeah, so I think that really, firstly, it was a lot of anger that was in me. I think a lot of anger at the world and like the unjust systems and just
A lot of uns
How-
in
how-
Poppy's life.
fucked everything is. Like, sorry, I know I keep swearing. It's just all so messed up. And I took a year out after Ella's, went traveling, and then came back and knew that I wanted to go back into some kind of impact space, but I wanted it to be bigger, not to like negate any impacts that Ella's makes or anything like that, because obviously local community is so important as well. But I just knew I wanted to do something bigger and with more craziness. And then I met Pan. And just completely fell in love with their mission and like what they were doing, and like you can just tell, like you'll see when you're sitting with Pan, like they just ooze passion for what they're doing.
Yes.
Both of them, like Aura as well, so
Had the
so
pleasure.
bloody charming.
Had the pleasure.
So as soon as I spoke to them, I kind of knew firstly that we would get on, which
Yeah.
for me is so important. Like I need to be working with people who I like genuinely have connections with, but also I really genuinely believe what they're doing is so important. Like highlighting founders who don't get access to rooms and space and capital and all of that stuff, and giving them that attention and that love, I think is like so powerful.
What have you learned about people throughout this process? Because you must like hit a lot of them, right? And individuals that are taking bets on themselves, like pouring their life savings in some regards into like products and tools and like actual physical things that they can touch and feel.
Yeah.
But then also like then have to go and build teams around them. And then we've got two, like in Bold Bean and Citizens of Soil, exceptional talents and exceptional teams being built there.
Yeah. Plus many others.
I mean, like
Not
there's
just
tons
those two.
that Viraj
Next
can't
time.
remember.
Yeah.
Please, when I say those two, just keep adding.
Bare fertility, like come on. There's so many.
I'm just like I tried to memorize the.
Well, we've got
Unbound.
60, so it's hard.
Yes,
Gotta
it's
remember
a
them all.
lot. There's a lot. So what have you learned about people then?
It's interesting.
There's a common trait I find amongst great founders and great people.
The way that you differentiate, I think, is really interesting.
Right.
I think founders are cut from a different cloth.
They're different beasts.
Different beats. We've said that a lot, but genuinely, like, there's nothing that compares to the intensity of a founder, and it is in the best way, and I love and respect it so much, but I can see sometimes people pushing themselves too hard. And come on, like, you know, I'm very much that kind of person. Maybe it's the Gen Z in me, but I'm like, rest is everything. I mean, we spoke about this even like on the call before, and for us, it's like, yeah, I've done this every day for 3 months or whatever. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah, with us. I think I'm running on like 3 hours sleep right now. It's quite insane, but like we get it done.
You get it done, but like there's something a little unhinged about that.
Yeah, but like the unhinged is the thing. It's like I am not comfortable
100%.
not working, and it's a problem. Like I'm calm when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
When I'm not doing it, it's now a problem.
Yeah.
Like,
but then does that catch up to you?
I know I've chosen this path.
You've chosen the path.
Yeah, I accept.
You accept.
I mean, like, look, I've lived like 3 lives before this.
Yeah.
Right? If you go back to episode 1 on Spotify, like you could just listen to Viraj going through his lives.
Yeah.
But this is it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything else.
I respect it. I think that is what I've learned about people.
You cut from the cloth?
People, no, I'm not cut from the cloth.
Do you want to be cut from the cloth?
No, I have no desire. I love supporting founders and like doing everything I can to make sure that you guys are being amplified and are producing the best products and doing the best work that you possibly can. I love my weekends. I love my holidays. I love going for walks with my dog, hanging out with my boyfriend. Like I can't. I just don't have the intensity, I think, in my soul to do it. Like I think, and maybe part of that is working in the charity industry where I did put myself too much into it and got burned. So like now I'm like, protect yourself. Like if you protect yourself and rest and make sure you're getting enough sleep and, you know, nutrition, all of that stuff, and also having fun. Raj, you know, going out on the weekend.
Fun. This is fun.
This is fun, but also, you know,
I get
fun
to meet
that's not
people
being
like you.
recorded.
Like the show is a vehicle for doing things.
Yeah.
I get to sit here with you for like however long we like.
That's amazing.
And just chat.
And that's fab, and I'm so happy for you. But I need other stuff. I think in order to feel whole and like I am a full person, I just think it's important to nurture yourself as much as you're nurturing others. So I take the baths, I go for the walks, you know. I think it's all
Do you try and use all of the Unrest products in your day? Or like within the day of Poppy?
Oh my god. Well, I do have an olive oil club subscription.
Okay, so which means you get the olive oil?
Yeah, so I get olive oil in my post once a month.
Right, and it's in the nice bottle?
No, so it's a recyclable plastic.
Which you then pour into the bottle.
And I have the Forever bottle.
Wonderful.
Insane.
As you can tell, I'm really, really interested in the bottle.
Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? It's so pretty. And then I am genuinely obsessed with Bold Bean, like to a point where I'm a little bit scared about how much I talk about it.
Oh, really?
Like I always buy Bold Beans. I would never buy a different chickpea or a different bean. I've been indoctrinated into the community. It's not a soy product. It's an actual beans,
chickpea
it's
product.
legumes.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just pulses. So they have like a full range of every kind of pulse.
Who would have thought that there was like an expansion of the category in beans?
No, I know.
Right?
But she's also like increased the price by like 4 times, yet people are still buying them because they are so delicious. I'm not joking. Like I would not say
it's like pure fandom around them.
Yes, but it's
also the ads she runs are great.
The ads she runs are great. Her LinkedIn
Social's
is
great.
amazing.
Yeah, strong on LinkedIn.
Her co-founder Ed is
I didn't
also
realise. I thought
amazing.
it was just her.
It was Amelia at first, and then Ed joined during the Accelerator.
Right.
Yeah. So there's the 2 co-founders. Thank God, because now Amelia's gone mad. So they've got Ed, which is great. And yeah, they have a team of like over 25, I think.
Incredible.
Some of them based in Barcelona. But they've created, and I think all of the brands, this is one thread that runs through them, which I hope comes a little bit from the Accelerator, is that they've built this idea of like good culture among the people that work there from the beginning, so that people don't get burnt out. People know that they like should be valuing their rest and like recuperation time as well. And I think that is so important for a thriving brand, and that's Unrest as well. Like we get unlimited holiday. Like I think Pan and Or really genuinely care about the people that work for them, and it's not just our little team, but it's also then every single team that's in the building, which is just so nice.
So what do you consume in your work that you try and pull into Unrest? Like, who else does it really well that you go like, actually, let me steal an idea from here?
Oh my God, I do this all the time.
Yeah.
I think that happens genuinely constantly throughout the building. And I think it started with just like the founders relying on each other during the Accelerator, because it would normally be a founder, maybe a co-founder, and like one team member.
Cliff.
But now, because it's been 5 years since the MVP, some of these teams are huge. Like Next 10 have a team of like 5 now. Well, we have a team of 25, and a lot of the teams come into the building all the time. So it's not just the founders relying on each other, but it's the teams relying on each other as well. So like someone from Sunny and Luna might be like, I really need advice about this one factory or this one supplier that I'm having problems with. Oh, who can I talk to? In the building, there's 3 other brands that use that supplier, because we all are skill sharing and like sharing information about things, and like I constantly rely on other team members. Leah Smith from Sunny and Luna, she's like become one of my best friends in the world. I would not put anything on like out of Canva without running it by her first, because she's marketing manager at Sunny and Luna. And, like startup world, like you do have to take on lots of different roles, and you have to wear a lot of different hats sometimes. So the fact that you have, or I have, so many people in the building that I can go to and be like, am I doing this right? Like, is this okay?
But so it's part of this is this access to incredible talent, just like on your fingertips, like almost on tap.
Yeah, but then there's also like movement across the teams. Like so many times, like team members have been poached by other companies, and like there's just, it's like.
Well, what I've noticed, like Plug does this really well. Do you know the Plug community?
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
Like Josh and the team there. What I've noticed is like within sort of like the teams, we call it poach, but it's actually like just this natural evolution of like people moving on.
And the founders are so happy to be like, you know what, actually really works for this person to go to your team for a little bit or whatever. And interns doing, coming up in one company and then suddenly being hired by someone else. The photographer for Sunny and Luna is now like the creative lead at Boldbean. Like it's all.
Get out of here.
But yeah, it's like also Marley. She did. And it's also the same for when I'm doing events. Like I have people in the building who have done events many, many times, and so I have this crazy black book of everyone's recommendations for chefs, photographers, like all of their stuff. Like it's amazing. I feel like it just cuts your time down because you immediately know where to go for advice.
You can just call on someone straight away.
Yeah, or just walk over to their desk.
Downstairs. For me, it's cool because I'm not always in the same building, so just like on the phone, someone asks like, "Hey, I need help with this." I'm like, yep, give me 2 seconds.
But I think that's what's so special about being in a part of the Unrest community is you have that on tap. You have it embedded into the community.
How do you scale community? Is it even possible?
Yes, it's definitely possible. I think we eventually will want to go out and not only do other brunches in other locations, but also like have a huge building in like 5 years, which is just Unrest people, Unrest companies, but also our friends of as well. Like
almost like a Founders Inc. type vibe in the Silicon Valley, where it's like
there's so much of that going on in America. Not a lot going on here.
No.
So I've been doing a little bit of research.
Shoreditch Exchange does it kind of well, but it's not that.
No, and it's a lot of it is kind of like co-working with benefits, whereas this is not co-working with benefits. This is like genuine community. Yes, you can work here, but it's also we ask our community members to also give back and do their own community events here. Like tonight we've got Otsu, one of our alumni, is hosting a viewing party. She's just there actually. She's hosting a viewing party for her new advert that's being aired on Channel 4. And that is just so...
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Channel 4, new advert with our alumni Otsu. And like how lovely that that's just like going to be in the building. Channel 4 Ventures is also like one of Unrest's biggest partners. We did an event with them last year. We did a consumer circle dinner with like leaders in the impact of the consumer space. Like it just feels really lovely and warm that everyone wants to be here and like put on their events, and it's so great that Uncommon is encouraging that. Like despite ITV being like one of their clients, they're like brilliant, like get them in, like Channel 4 viewing, can't wait to see it.
It's like I end up going back to this sort of like first principles of why it makes sense, and they get to Uncommon being partnered or like being such a strong partner in Unrest and then like Unbound as a concept. it feels like they're able to like flare their creative nostrils like vicariously through these other brands,
Yeah.
try stuff, and then for their
100%.
premier clients being able to then go and just be like, right, we know this is going to smash it because
Yeah.
this has worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times over here.
Yeah.
Let's just go to town. And it's this perfect, beautiful ecosystem of creative brand building, like company building at the same time, but then talent curating.
Yeah.
I just like, it makes a lot of sense for physical products and
Yeah.
experiences.
And I think for Uncommon as well, like a big perk for them is having those kind of brands in the building that like represent some of their like mission driven energy as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously they work with clients who are so big that it's almost out of their hands like where the mission alignment is. So having all of these brands in the building who they know are like firstly amplifying voices that aren't normally amplified, but also like building brands that they think are gonna last. That's why they're helping to build them. And they're shifting culture and like consumer purchases and all of that. And I think that is so powerful for them when they are pitching to the bigger brands to be like, well, hey, like, you know, we do good in the world too. Like, we're not just here to be clout chasers. Like, we actually, like, we've got genuine people in the building who are changing the world, in my humble opinion.
I love it. Look, last question. I'll say everyone on the show this. That everyone that comes on, who is on your Mount Rushmore of greatest founders ever?
Oh my God. Okay, the first person that comes to mind, only because I'm absolutely obsessed with her at the moment, is Grace Beverley.
Second person to say that on the show.
Really?
Moffy from London Founder House
Okay.
said that last week.
I'm completely obsessed with Grace Beverley. I think
Brand builder,
she-
killer.
Yeah.
Software product, killer. And it's AI and
Yeah.
an agent. Like,
No, stop. But also
like just aesthetic, insane.
But it's like, it's also, she is so passionate about getting women access to VC space.
Yeah.
She is so outspoken about it. She is,
Grace, I will say it again. Could you please come on the show?
Grace, we love you. Yeah, Grace Beverley, love her.
No, she's killer.
She's absolutely killer. And I just, she has PCOS, I have PCOS. There's a lot of kind of, I just really like love and
Sorry,
relate
could
to
you
her.
educate me? PCOS.
Polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's a female troubles.
I see.
Yeah,
Understood.
it's like a syndrome where you don't ovulate properly. So it
Interesting.
like affects your periods and all of that.
Ah.
And your skin and like everything. And she's been like on this huge journey of like basically discovering, interviewing people on her podcast.
Is it
like,
curable?
It's not curable, but there's a lot that you can do to make it manageable.
Got it.
And
So,
she's
but it's just
putting in the work
Clear.
with the researchers and the scientists, and she's amplifying voices in female science where, like, you know, a lot of the testing doesn't happen on women. So this is just like such
So what do
a-
they happen on? What does it
Men.
happen on? How?
As in, not for this specifically,
right,
but like
right,
the
right,
medical world. So the fact that Grace is like out there,
Just bankrolling pharma at this point. I love it. Okay, so Grace.
yeah, Grace. Do you know Josephine Phillips?
I don't.
She's founder of
Educate me.
Sojo.
Okay.
She, I mean, technically,
Like
she's kind of one of my
S-O-J-U.
friends. SOJO.
SOJ. Interesting.
She's founded a company where it's like a repairs and alterations app for your
Okay.
clothing. So it's like sustainable fashion.
Unbelievable.
She is killing it. She did a TED Talk a couple of years ago. That is
Hang it to me.
amazing. So she's on there. Can I say Pan and Or?
Of course you can. plug the port codes.
Yeah, I love those two.
Yeah, they're a special breed.
Dynamic duo.
Tell
They
me about
balance
it.
each other out
They
in
really
just the
do.
best way. And
I love
think-
how Ord doesn't talk about his work. He'll do everything in his power not to talk about
I
his
know.
work. It's incredible.
I know, but then once you guys started, you
Oh, the
won't
ball rolling.
shut up.
Yeah, it gets rolling.
But they have such different talents and skills.
Agreed.
And it works so harmoniously. It's so funny. Or always says like Pan's the longest relationship he's ever had. Like, and it just, for some reason, like their skills just merge together in such a lovely way. And I think they are just perfect for each other. And it's lovely to see.
Oh, so are we gonna bundle them together? Or we're gonna keep them as separates.
Let's do separates because they
Okay.
are individuals at the end of the
We
day.
got this.
Yeah.
Poppy, this has been wonderful.
Oh, it's so
I
nice.
I can't believe you're so good at podcasting, and this is the first time you've done it. Like you hit all the notes. Yeah, this is really great. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for 4.5, 5 hours on stream. There is someone watching. There is one person currently watching the stream right now.
I bet it's Shania. Hey,
Yeah?
Shania. Love you, girl.
See you guys later.
Thanks, everyone.